Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Happy Halloween! I'm going to share two layouts today to finish off October with all of my Halloween photos. This is also a design team layout for Spiegelmom Scraps, and I'm actually not going to use the sequins I'm showing right here. I changed them out for some older sequins, but they're actually still available on the website. And I'm going to get started with showing you what I'm going to be using today. These here are some football pictures of my older son when he was probably 12. That was probably one of his last trick-or-treating. Him and his cousin used to go trick-or-treating. Even when they were older, they would still go. And yes, they did actually go trick-or-treating. They didn't go steal candy or anything like that. And these stickers actually don't get used. These little bats do get used, which I really think are really cute and detailed, and they're Jolie's Boutique. This here, I thought I was going to use as my title. This is an acrylic piece from Color Cast Designs, and that says football time, but I end up not using it. This here is from MK Gun Shop, some assemblage required. It came in one of the monthly boxes of last year's October box, but actually doesn't make it on the layout. I end up not using the negatives or the tickets. Keep showing you lots of things I'm not going to use. I am going to use that blue paper. Those are just scraps from Vicky Booten. And these stickers, some of them are going to get used. Some of them will not, because I don't need all of them on one layout, but some of them will get used. This Happy Halloween definitely makes it on the layout. This here is also from Some Assemblage Required, and it's just a mix of different like burlaps and ribbons and different things you can use for what I think would be good on Halloween layouts. Here's some more thickers. I'm actually only going to pull one or two of those ones out of that one for one of the layouts. And then these cute little pumpkins, they don't make it on the layout either. I was trying to finish off the sticker sheet from Simple Stories, which is Fabulous, which is a cute little Halloween. And I almost get most of it used. I still have quite a few usable pieces on it, so I won't get rid of it yet. I did move some of the stickers over to a different sticker sheet that was almost done by Simple Stories also, just so that I didn't have two sticker sheets with barely any stickers on them. And there was some more chipboard pieces. Those also don't make it on the layout. All these scraps are what I have left of Fabulous collection by Simple Stories. I'm going to use two different Simple Stories collections for both layouts. The Fabulous one is for the second one, and then the other one is October 31, I think is what it's called, Vintage October 31. And it's the star paper that you see there in the background, not there yet. Keep showing all these scraps. I do get quite a few of these scraps used on the layout, but I definitely have enough to finish off the sticker sheet. Probably next year, because I'm done with Halloween. I've done enough this month, and I'm definitely going to put it away, and it's okay. I don't do any holiday ones unless it's right before the holiday. I have a hard time scrapping holidays in general, but I definitely have a hard time scrapping them if it's not that time of the year. So this frame here gets used, and this paper gets used on this side, not the circles. And that was already cut down to an 8.5 by 11, so I'm going to use that as my background. And then this one here, I'm going to use the star orange side, and I want to use this cut apart that says Creepin' It Real as my title. And I love the spider paper. Definitely get part of that used on the layout. Actually, that entire piece ends up on the layout. And this Eek background is from Pebbles Ink, and that is going to be my background. I brought in this white one because I thought maybe I might use it as my background, but I end up going with all the words Eek, spooky, all that instead. Not sure what I'm doing. Looks like I'm playing on my phone. Hold on. All right, there we go. Let's get started on the first layout. So the first one's going to be of my son in the football uniform, and he's obviously wearing a John Elway's jersey. He did play football, but he's not wearing his jersey in these ones. He was a football player for probably 4 Halloween years in a row, so that was very exciting. Not. I tried to get him to pick other costumes, but he just wanted to be a football player. One year he was a creepy football player, but unfortunately, he was also a moody teenager, and he did not allow me to get photos of him before he left the house. So I only have photos of him as a regular football player. But anyways, boys, they're fun when they don't allow you to take pictures of them anymore. So here I just laid the spider paper at the top and then tore a strip of the star paper. Since it was already tore, I just kind of embraced that and went ahead and added it to the layout. And then this Creepin' It Real, I'm going to put down at the bottom as my title, or one of my titles. I get quite a few titles on here. But it's Halloween, so it's kind of fun. Play into it. And this little banner that's chipboard, I don't think I showed that in the beginning. I found it on my desk. So I decided, you know what? It kind of looks good. Let's use it. So I'm going to put that October 31 banner at the top. And this was Halloween night. Obviously, you can see the trick-or-treat bags in their hands. They're getting ready to go trick-or-treating. And I'm just cutting little star corners or tearing star corners to place on the right and the left side and inking them up. Everything is inked up on the layout as usual. And I'm just going to place those in the corner and then cut off the extra. And then I believe that's almost it. I'm almost done with the layout. I kept it fairly simple just because one, I've done a whole lot of layouts this month, and this one was quick and easy. But also, there's not much in the photos to detail besides he's a football player. I mean, that's all it is. They were getting ready to leave for trick-or-treating. He didn't really want to take photos for me, as you can tell if you can see his face up close. He was over it. Like, Mom, just let us go get candy. So I took a few pictures and they left. So here is the sequence that I am going to use, and this is Delia Delights. And I'm basically going to pick out all of the navy blue sequins that are in there, and they match perfectly with that navy blue paper and also his jersey. Since there was quite a bit of orange already on the layout, I decided just a few blue sequins would be the perfect touch to finish it off. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I believe I'll hold it up and show you guys a little bit of close-ups to it, and I will be done. So I'm curious, did anybody else finish the 30 days of sketches, or did you play along at all, at least, a few days out of the month? I know continuing and doing all 30 is very hard, but I did it. I didn't use 30 sketches every single day. I probably used 25 of them, I believe. But I'm really proud of the layouts I did create. And this one here is not using a sketch for 30 days because there was not a sketch for the 31 or the 31st day of the month. So this one here is just from my own little brain and using up the stash. So here I'm going to add that frame to the outside, and this paper here is 8.5 by 11, and I'm just going to put the frame directly on top of it instead of, usually I put this paper on top of the frame and I keep it behind it, but I decided to change it up and put the frame on top. And I'm just using double-sided tape. This is the way I found is probably the easiest to get it attached. So you line it up and then just pull the little strips and it's attached. In the little photo, I matted on white cardstock first, and I did distress the edges of that. And then the orange paper is $49 in Market. Again, it was still in my stash or sitting on the desk, so I decided to go ahead and use it again. I like it with this collection. The orange matches, and it gives a different texture since $49 in Market is a thicker paper than Simple Stories. But I really enjoy Simple Stories. It's probably one of my favorite companies to use on layouts because they have a lot of embellishments that don't have words. So you get lots of little icons and stuff like that, and definitely is one of my favorites. And all those little tags I just tucked in. I put different string on the tags in the hole. So burlap is in there, and embroidery floss, and just regular thread. And that was just to add more texture. I added one of the burlap pieces down at the bottom where I'm going to add haunted spooky vibes is going to be the title. And I haven't actually attached everything down as usual. But I did go ahead and leave it in since it was fairly simple. But I'm just going to tuck the tags back in. And I did draw lines trying to keep them where I already had them. I still move them. It doesn't matter if I draw lines or what I do. I still almost always move everything and change my mind. But it's okay. It works out in the end. And I did have to pull it up. It was a little bit too far down. I'm going to go ahead and just start attaching them. And I used mainly the back side of the tag, except for that one that has the polka dots. And I'm just going to cover up the words that are on it. And then the other little chipboard pieces, which I'll show here in a minute again, that I'm going to make the little skeleton out of, is from P13. And that was, again, just in my stash. And their chipboard is very light, so you can definitely stack it together or tuck it in places because it's very light chipboard. It's almost like paper thin. And here I'm going to add the photo mat. I decided to push it all the way up to the top. At first I was going to place it there in the middle, but all the way to the edge of the frame. I decided to go ahead and just push it up and keep a little bottom shelf where I'm going to place this tag here, which I cut out, so it's no longer really a tag, I guess. And it says, I'm just thankful for Octobers or something like that. Sorry, I don't have the layout with me, so I can't read it to you. But it does say something to that as far as thankful for Octobers, or I'm thankful I live in a world with Octobers, I think is what it really says. And then this little haunted title I thought was kind of cute and spooky vibes. And this photo is him standing outside of the corn maze before we went in. And there is other photos that go with this photo of us inside of the corn maze, or him inside of the corn maze running around. So I definitely, wanted a little title page, and I just liked getting the photos of him for once because, again, he is older and he let me take photos this day. He actually, was happy to take photos for me. So, like I said, those teenage boys, gotta love them. And this little ghost, I thought he was kind of cute if I put a little witch hat on him. And again, I'm just trying to use up the sticker sheet. I still don't use it all up, but this actually turned out really cute up here at the top. I put the little broom on the ghost. Not that the ghost would need a broom to fly, because ghosts are supposed to fly on their own, right? But he had the witch hat on, so he needed the broom. So I went ahead and added the broom. And I think he turns out really cute. I could have put the witch hat on the skull instead, but it was too close over to the edge, and the hat was kind of small for the skull. So that's the reason I didn't put it over there. But I could have, but I didn't. I tucked a little bone in up there, I believe. Did I tuck the bone out? Oh no, I tucked the bone in over here. I put the little witch pot down at the bottom. And I'm kind of playing up on his name. The little witch pot has a frog in it, and his name is Jeremiah, and he hates to be called Jeremiah the bullfrog, except for my uncle. But I just think the little frog is cute, and I went ahead and added it down there by the haunted spooky vibes, and it goes with the little witch theme. So I went ahead and used it and added a little bone sticking out of the witch pot. And I believe, did I tuck? Nope, it's over there. I did not tuck the other bone in. I thought I tucked the other bone in the tags, but I did not. I'm looking for other sequins that will match, because the other ones I had pulled out, that are newer, like fall cider, and so they didn't really match this one because this one has orange in it and it doesn't have green or any of the other colors that are in fall cider. So I decided to go with my favorite, which is Genuine. And Genuine is still available on the website for Spiegelmom Scraps. And you can pick up any of the sequins that are available and use my code Jennifer15 and save 15%. But I'm just going to tuck them in down here in the burlap. And then I'm going to put a few up by the little witchy ghost. And that's going to be it. I'm going to be done. I really enjoyed doing all of the Halloween layouts. They're probably one of my favorites to create. And I'm really kind of sad that my boys are no longer going to participate in Halloween. But I do have probably 2 or 3 years still left of my younger son to do for Halloween. I did not pull out a whole lot of his photos because they still either need to be printed. Yeah, they need to be printed. They're not printed. I used all printed pictures this October out of my stash, and I was able to get 21 single page layouts done and 17 double page layouts for the month of October. So I'm very proud of that, and definitely used up a lot of the stash from my October box. Yep, I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers, is what that tag says. And then the haunted spooky vibes and the little witch pot. So I definitely love the way this layout turned out. And I will see you guys in November with a few more layouts. Bye!